getting the touchdown here to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Newton. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Gibson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But CDU's looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now it's Newton. Steps away to his left. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And Washington has taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He targets Ingram for another grab. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones, flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Barkley, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Off play action. Jones, flush to his right. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measure. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. For Cam Newton, the arm strength, maybe not what it was circa his MVP season of 2015, but he uncorks a big one there. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. They'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. DeAndre Carter back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 56 yards, the punt that time, 12 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown, Washington. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Fluck. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, Newton. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cam Sims, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Play action. It's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Third and long. It's Newton. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019, and then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Here's Newton. And Thomas has it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He'll look downfield for Humphries. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adam Humphries, 69 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
4 yards remain for second down. Off play action. Jones. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Catch made by Slayton. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down, escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now Newton on 1st down. Thomas has got it. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hopkins with the extra point. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Jones on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Being chased out left. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. He's got his target. It's Humphries. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing here, Newton. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Newton. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. Touchdown! That's caught. Terry McLaurin from 6 yards away. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From just shy of midfield, Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Throwing, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a